Okay, so here's our first problem. It says in triangle FGH, H is 980 inches. Angle H is 114 degrees and angle F is 48 degrees. Find the length of F to the nearest tenth of an inch. So first thing you do is you just draw a generic triangle, okay? I know 114 is obtuse. I don't care. Here's my generic triangle. It looks like an equilateral triangle every time. I don't care. F, G, H. The only reason I draw this so now I can label lowercase f, lowercase g, lowercase h, right? That's all I have to do. And now fill in the things you know. So now I know that h is 980 inches. I know that angle h is 114 degrees. I know that angle f is 48 degrees. And they want the length of f. So this would be angle, side. This is angle, side, which is a law of cosines situation. So I know both h's. I want to find f, and I know angle f. So I am in business. The g's don't matter in this problem, okay? So I don't care how you set up. Usually I set up with the thing that I know, right? So I'm going to say sine of, and it's going to be the angle 114 degrees over side h equals the sine of 48 degrees over what I want to find, f. Cross multiply. F sine of 114 degrees equals 980 sine of 48 degrees. And you get f by itself, we divide by the sine of 114 degrees on both sides. And this right here is what I'm going to take a picture of and what I'm going to type into the Desmos graphing calculator. Now, the one thing I will mention are parentheses. So I will use parentheses like this. I will put 48 degrees in the sign like this, and I'll close that parenthesis. Same thing with 114. So just make sure you close the parenthesis before you click divided. So I'll show you that right now. So if I go to Desmos graphing calculator, remember when you use this graphing calculator, you have to change to degrees, right? So if I come over here, wrench degrees. Okay, so now I go 980 sine of 48. So close that parenthesis, divided by sine of 114. And again, I'll put 114. I suppose it doesn't matter if I put the 48 in parentheses at the top as long as the sine of 114 goes underneath like that. And I got 797.20. The 0 leaves the 2 the same. 797.2. And that's what I believe the answer is. 797.2. And that'd be in inches. Oh, yeah. Good for me. All right, next one's coming. All right, here's the next one. So we have a triangle RST with R equals 53 inches, angle S is 6 degrees, and angle T is 58 degrees. Find the length of S to the nearest tenth. All right, so again, first thing I'll do is draw my generic triangle. Okay, so again, my triangle just looks like a equilateral triangle, but I just want to make sure R, S, and T are on there somewhere. So here's my triangle, R, S, and T. So this is lowercase r, lowercase s, lowercase t. So what do I know? I know that r is 53 inches. I know that angle s is 6 degrees. And I know angle t is 58 degrees. And I want to find the length of s. So this is the angle side angle case. Angle side angle, that's a side. So angle side angle. Still law of sines. Now I want to find s, and I know the 6 degrees. So that's what I can use. Now the problem here though is you have angle t and you don't have side t, and you have side r but not angle r. However, because you have been given two angles, you can find angle r first and then use the r's as well. So to find angle r, I'm going to do 180 minus 6 minus 58. Those are the two angles I know, right? That is 64. 180 minus 64 is 116. This is the measure of angle r, 116 degrees. And now I can use the r's. Sine of 116 degrees over 53 equals sine of, and now if I want to find side S, like it says, find S, I'll use angle S of 6 degrees, sine of 6 degrees over S. I will cross multiply S times the sine of 116 equals 53 sine of 6 degrees. I will divide both sides by the sine of 116. And this is what I'll type in my calculator to get what S is. 53 sine of 6 divided by sine of 116. So I'll do that right now. I can go to my calculator, make sure I'm in degree mode, which I think I am still. Yes, I am. So we'll do 53 sine of 6 divided by sine of 116. And I get 6.16. The 6 makes the 1 become a 2. 6.2. Cross your fingers. Oh no, I'm wrong. Why did I get that wrong? Oh, it said to the nearest inch. Mr. Chappell. Well, I'm not going to redo this video because I did do it right. I didn't round it correctly. So, my bad, my bad. Pay attention to the rounding. Make sure you round it correctly. I should have just put 6, not 6.2. Darn it. Okay. All right, what are you going to do? Let's do one more on this video. So I'm really shaking after getting that red X. It doesn't feel good, right? Never feels good, the red X. But we have another opportunity to get the green check mark. Here we go. Last problem says, in triangle TUV, T is 3.7, V is 6.4, and angle V is 83. Find all possible values of T to the nearest 10th of a degree. Okay, so I'm going to draw my picture of TUV. I'm going to label my opposite sides. T is there, U, and then V. I have T is 3.7. So T is 3.7. I have V is 6.4. So V is 6.4. And I have angle V is 83. So this is that side angle case I talked to you about. Again, I'm not going to make it difficult. You just have to find angle T. Now notice it says find all possible values. There's always going to be just one value, okay? So find angle T. And you have what you need. You have the V's, you have side T, you just need to find angle T. So we're good, we're in business. So sine of 83 degrees over 6.4, that's the V's, equals sine of, we don't know what T is, over 3.7. Cross multiply, 6.4 sine of T equals 3.7 sine of 83 degrees. Divide by 6.4, and the sine of T equals 3.7 sine of 83 divided by 6.4. And now to get T all by itself, you have to take the inverse sine of this right side. Inverse sine of 3.7 sine of 83 divided by 6.4. Again, the 83 could be in parentheses. That's optional for you. Okay, and I will take a picture of this. Again, make sure you're in degree mode so that you get the correct angle measure, right? For sure, especially in this problem. Okay, and we can't forget, I can't emphasize enough, if you're looking for an angle measure, you use inverse. So sine, not and, raised to the -1 of a 3.7 sine of 83 divided by 6.4. 6.4. Close that big parenthesis, and there we go. There's my angle measure, 35.016. What does it say to round to? I'm a little nervous. To the nearest 10th of a degree. Well, the 1 keeps the 0 the same, so 35.0. I'm hoping. Yes. Oh my goodness. That green check mark, whew, I was nervous. Notice that 35 and 35.0, they're okay. All right. So I guess 0.0 is not important in the nearest 10th. But this was a situation where you're finding an angle measure. Again, this is the side angle case. So hopefully these 3 videos helped. I have one more video from Delta Math on 2 problems, and then another video from Edge Elastic. Again, these are longer problems, so Hopefully, your understanding is the main point. And again, sorry for the red X. Got to pay attention to that rounding.